I wanted to give a little bit of an assessment of the exchange that happened between Trump, Zelensky, and J.D. Vance in the Oval Office. Now, first and foremost, you all know that I am not pro-Russia. I don't like Putin. And I'm very critical of the Trump administration and its affinity for Putin. But I have to say that Zelensky blew it for his country. And the reason I say that is because he had the opportunity for a ceasefire. Even though he argued that it was temporary and that we couldn't trust Putin, the fact that there was going to be a ceasefire allows the Ukrainians an opportunity to replenish resources. All right. Moreover, if they would have signed the mineral deal, aside from all the money that would have been generated from that mineral deal in order to rebuild Ukraine and its damaged cities, it would have put American interest in the region. All right. And I'm not talking about boots on the ground. I'm talking about American business interests, American people in the region, which would have been a deterrent from Russia or any other agitators from invading Ukraine. Because if any of the Americans were hurt or killed, America would be forced to respond and would be forced to respond militarily. So in my opinion, even though Zelensky had apprehension and made it very visible, and I guess you can interpret that he attempted to litigate it in front of the media, he had no choice. And moreover, he should have put his political poker face on, because it was clear that he was perturbed, he was agitated, and that's not what you're supposed to show, especially when you're a politician. And I think that even though this would have been a temporary situation when it comes to this ceasefire, it would have been enough time for this country, Ukraine, to replenish resources, manpower, and to rebuild. And I've got to reemphasize, there would be American interest in the region, which would at least provide a level of deterrence. All right? We've got our interest in there. So I just don't understand what Zelensky was doing. I understand that, he's lost a lot of men. He's lost a lot of people in this war. But the ceasefire would have been to his advantage, and he would have been able to replenish resources. Now, even though Trump has left the door open for Zelensky to come in and, quote, want peace again, he's coming back to the negotiating table with less leverage. And he's probably going to be extracted even more when it comes to its resources, when it comes to the mineral deal and that sort of thing. So I think that Zelensky takes the L on this one. As much as I despise Russia, as much as I am not in agreement with this administration's foreign policy, I mean, Zelensky should have been the politician. He should have just, I hate to say, put on a shit-eating grin and just bared whatever and tried to get American interest in the country and start making money to rebuild the country. And if Russia invaded again, you would have been able to have enough of a holding pattern for you to be able to withstand yet another invasion. Now, where does Zelensky go from here? He's trying to appeal to Europe. And I think Europe's taking a big risk without U.S. support. So what's going to happen from here? Well, listen to the next True Capitalist radio show and you'll find out. All right? And by the way, become a member of the True Capitalist Radio member chat, because these are the kind of conversations we're having in there. And a link is below. Anyway, cheers, baby, cheers. And let's see where we go from here.